Hi, this is Akan. Welcome back to my channel. I had the sun in my eyes. You have to forgive me. Another story came up about the number of people who were sick from the coronavirus on the New York subway system and probably buses. Daily News reported today that the numbers is around 34%. The NYCT Transt is trying to downplay it again, as usual. But then again, this is the agency that thinks that pregnancy is an injury. No, I kid you not. I wish I was kidding. No. They would make a pregnant woman work the subway in the yards or operating train, whatever, instead of giving them a desk job. So why should we trust anything they say? And I knew that ever since Andy Bradford left, they were going to go back to the old ways and start causing trouble again. And sure enough, this is what has happened. That's the result is you had 131 employees die because they weren't allowed to wear masks. And then they got caught with their pants down for a second time when their financial situation got worse. And they lost $291 million of $330 million of an employee's pension fund to a German hedge fund manager. They assumed they were going to be placing it as safe accounts, and they didn't. They put in a riskier accounts in the height of the pandemic, and they lost a lot of money. So they only had $9 million of the $330 that it started with. They're in litigation. Thing is, the agency shouldn't be trusted because they had been known to lie before about everything under the sun. So basically, in a nutshell, why should you trust them? And by the way, they said that this was a poll. Well, if that's what they're saying, we know how well a certain polls that were taken 4 years ago went so well for a particular New York candidate. Yes, she won New York, but she lost the majority of the country. Yes, they're talking about Hillary Clinton's polls. Remember those things? Oh, yes, she had double digits. She's going to be Trump. She's going to be a landslide and all that stuff. What happened to election day? She's not the one on top of the landslide. She's at the bottom of the landslide, of Donald Trump's landslide. That's what they're trying to tell you. That what's happening with the employees in that NYU study is a poll. That's not a poll. Nobody's running for office here, folks. This is a medical assessment they're trying to do. They're trying to find more ways to help the employees overcome the situation and maybe get better benefits and other things in the future. And New York City Transit is against it because it means more money coming out of their pocket, and in some cases maybe even litigation. Because remember, those families that lost loved ones, they can still sue them. And you got employees that recover, they could still sue them because for a mask. If they had let them wear a lousy mask, even this one, they wouldn't be in the jam that they are now. They had to pay out $550,000 for an employee that died from the virus because they got bad advice from the CDC and didn't use common sense. They were more concerned about the stupid uniform than the employee's safety or the public safety. So now they're looking stupid, which they are. There's no reason for me to be nice about it. You killed 131 employees and you're trying to act like you smell like a rose? A dead rose maybe, but not a good rose. So, it's time for the agency to cough up and face the facts that no matter what they say, nobody's going to believe their numbers because they've been forging numbers for so long, it's not even funny anymore. I mean, come on. You don't even let a pregnant woman get a decent bathroom break because You thought her services were more important than her break. She's pregnant. You have to make her go all around the stairs and all that stuff at the station instead of giving her a desk job. It just shows you also male chauvinist. So I think, ladies, you should look into this and tell the agency to stop the nonsense. You should call in and tell the authority, stop abusing pregnant women on the job. If they're pregnant, give them a desk job. And if you don't like that, giving them a desk job, then maybe you should go find another job. Maybe a place where the woman could file sexual harassment suits all day against you. So this is Alcan saying so long for now, and don't forget to stop. And don't believe the numbers that the transit always tell you, because it's not always true. They're the biggest BS liars on the face of the planet. After all, that's why they probably got no money from the federal government. They don't believe the numbers.